stomp, 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 stomp. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. Side to side. 1, 2, 3, come learn with me. 4, 5, 6, calendar and weather pick. 7, 8, 9, it's circle time. Now we're gonna jump. Jump, jump, run in place. Turn around and then sit down. Hello everyone, hello everyone. How are you? How are you? I'm so glad to see you. I'm so glad to see you here today. Here today. Hi everyone, my name is Miss Emma, and today we are going to be talking a little bit about flowers. And we're also going to talk about what day it is. So, today is Monday, and that means that yesterday was Sunday, and tomorrow is going to be Tuesday. If you guys know the song, you can sing it along with me. We're going to do the days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 So, we know that today is Monday, and we know our days of the week already, but I'm wondering if anyone knows what month it is. I'll give you a second to say it if you know it. The month is April, and April is one of the months in spring. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, and December. These are the months of the year. Cha-cha-cha! So, we know that it is April, and we know that it is Monday, but now we need to figure out what today's date is. So we are going to all count together to see what the date is. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. And if you know what a 27 looks like, you can say it now. It's a 2 and a 7. Just like that. Perfect. So now that we know what our month is, April, and we know that it's Monday, and we counted the date, we can put it all together. So I'd like you to say it with me. Today is Monday, April 27th, 2020. I'm going to show you how to say flower in sign language. So, to say flower in sign language, I want you to pretend you pick a really, really good smelling flower, and you're going to bring it to both sides of your nose and give it a good sniff. Smells so good. So, let's do that one more time. To say flower in sign language, I want you to pick a really good smelling flower, bring it to your nose, and tap both sides. Today we're going to be learning a little bit about flowers. So, here I have some names of the parts of a flower. We've got the flower on top, we've got the leaves, the stem, and the roots. The first one we're going to talk about is the roots. Roots have a very important job for flowers. Roots have to suck up all the water that's in the dirt, and it sends the water to all the other parts of the flower. So the roots have a very, very important job when it rains. The roots are connected to the stem. The stem of the flower holds everything together. It connects the roots with the leaves and with the flower on top. Without the stem, everything would fall apart. So the stem's very important to keep the flower standing tall. The next part of the flower is the leaves. Leaves come in all shapes and sizes. They can be big, they can be small, they could be round, or they could be pointy. And the leaves all do the same thing. The leaves have to collect lots and lots of energy from the sun. So they get to stand outside all day and wait for the sun to come out and warm up the leaves, and that provides energy for the rest of the flower. At the very, very top is the prettiest part of the flower, the petals. The flower on top has lots of different petals, and they come in all different colors. They could be blue, red, pink, purple. There's so many different types of flowers and different colors. And it's a very important job to be the petals of the flower. The petals of the flower have to attract all the different bugs to come visit. These bugs are called pollinators, and they're things like bees, butterflies, and ladybugs. Those bugs come visit the flower to get pollen, and that helps the flowers make seeds to grow more flowers. So, boys and girls, next time you're outside, you can look around and see if you can find these kinds of flowers, and maybe you can see if you can name the different parts. There's flowers outside like daffodils, tulips, and one of my favorite, dandelions. I'm sure you can find lots of dandelions right now, and you can name all the different parts. Show your mom and dad that you know where the leaves, roots, stem, and petals are on the flowers.
Blow those trumpets. Bang those drums. Don't forget the drums. Back to the trumpet. Hey, ready.
Once was a troll, guarded a bridge, wouldn't let you pass until you did what he said. And a special request went something like this:
Ready?
stand up, turn around, sit down. Stand up, sit down. Stand up, turn around and down. Sit down, stand up, turn around, sit down. But then he said you had to do it faster.
Ready?
Again said the troll who guarded the bridge. He wouldn't let you pass until you did what he said. And his special request went something like this: stand up, turn around, sit down. Stand up, sit down. Stand up, turn around and down. Sit down, stand up, turn around, sit down. But you had to do it faster. Can you do it faster? Again said the troll who guarded the bridge. He wouldn't let you pass until you did what he said. And his special request went something like this: stand up, turn around, sit down. Stand up, sit down. Stand up, turn around and now. Sit down, stand up, turn around, sit down. One more. Stand up, sit down. Stand up, turn around and now. Sit down, stand up, turn around, sit down.
Woo! Hi everyone, I'm Miss Rachel from the Willowbrook location. Today we're going to learn about seeds and the different parts of a plant. Let's begin. So we plant our seed in the ground. Now when the seed starts to grow in the healthy soil that we've put it in, it starts to grow roots that push down into the soil. That makes the plant really strong, and the roots suck up all the goodness from that soil. As the seed starts to burst open, it starts to grow a stem. Sometimes we call this a stalk, just like in Jack and the Beanstalk. Our stalk then grows leaves on the side. We'll do 3 leaves on my plant. Then the stem starts forming a bud. I'm going to do mine purple. And then when my plant gets really healthy, it starts forming really pretty petals. So we have our seed. It starts to push down into the soil with its roots. The stem grows up. The leaves come off to the side. And here's my seed and my petal. There are parts of our plant. Hi friends, we're going to make a craft. We're going to make flowers using cupcake wrappers. I wonder if you've got some at home. I bet you have. First of all, I'm going to use a black marker pen to draw my seed. I'm going to make my seed grow into a beautiful plant. You could do 1 or 2 or 3, depending on how big your piece of paper is. You could use paper, you could use card, it could be white like mine, or you could use blue, any colour you want to be the background for your flower. So there's my seed. I've used some green card to cut a stalk. I'm going to use stick glue today for mine. If you don't have stick glue, you could use gloopy glue too. Put some glue on the back of my stalk and flip it over like a pancake, and then it will stick on my page. I've cut some leaves for my plant. Again, I'm going to use my stick glue to put some glue on the back, flip it like a pancake, and it will stick on my page. 1 more leaf for my plant. You could do 1 leaf, you could do 2 leaves, you could do 3 leaves. Really healthy plant. Now I'm going to take my cupcake wrappers. You could use a big cupcake wrapper, or you could use mini cupcake wrappers, and it doesn't matter what colour you choose. I've got some pink ones, orange, a yellow, a blue, I've even got a rainbow one. I think I'll use that one. I'm going to turn my cupcake wrapper inside out. You may need a parent to help you with that because it can be a little bit tricky. Then I'm going to use my stick glue to put a dab of glue right at the top of my stalk and stick my flower on. It looks so colourful. There's my flower. Now, I know that plants need rain and sun to grow. I think I'm going to draw some on my page to help my flower grow. There's my rain. There's my cloud. And I'm going to do my sunshine in yellow marker on this side, shining on my flower. There's my flower with sun and clouds and some rain to help it grow. I hope you have fun creating yours. Bye for now.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Tila, and today we're going to be making springtime filled cookies. This is what they look like. We will need a cake mix. You could use chocolate, vanilla, or white. I chose to use white. We also will need half a cup of melted butter, 1 egg, and 1 tablespoon of milk. You will also need icing. I chose to pre-mix mine with purple, red, green, and blue food coloring. Coloring it is your choice. So we're going to start out with our box of dough. You might need a pair of scissors to open them. And you're going to dump it into your bowl. Then you will take your butter and you'll dump it in on top of your powder. You'll need your milk so we can measure it together. There's 1 tablespoon. And then we will need our egg. So use our wooden spoon. You could use a whisk or a spatula, and we're going to stir our mixture together. This might take a few moments, but as soon as everything's mixed together, you will have your cookie dough. As soon as all the powder has disappeared, then your dough is ready. And the next thing we're going to need is our pan. We need to use some parchment paper so the cookies do not stick. What we will do is we will also take, to make our cookies, the measuring scoop that we used for our milk. You'll dig it in, you'll take some dough, and you'll roll it into a ball. The dough is a little sticky, but it will come right off your hands. We're going to continue to roll them into balls until we have finished all the dough. Once you have finished rolling, make sure that you have left some space between your cookies because they will expand. I like to go by the 3-finger rule. As long as you have 3 fingers between, your cookies won't bake into each other. Please remember that we do need our parents when we are in the kitchen to help with putting them into the oven, as the oven is very hot. Next, we will put them in the oven at 350 for 8 to 10 minutes. So now that our cookies are fully baked and they have cooled, we are going to ice them with our icing. I've already pre-mixed our icing. But I want to remind my friends that before we touch any food and cooking, we should always make sure that we have washed our hands for 30 seconds. I've already washed mine, so we're going to start with icing. I have blue icing, green icing, purple icing, and red icing. You can use any colors you want. You could use 1 color, 2 color, you could use 4 like me. It's up to you. So we're going to start with taking one of our cookies, and I'm going to start with blue, as blue is my favorite color. I'm going to take a knife, you could even use a spoon, and I'm going to spread it all around the cookie. Once you have finished spreading the icing, you can take another cookie and put it on top. Look, we've made a cookie sandwich. I'm going to make another cookie, and I'm going to choose to use red today. Now make sure when you're doing your cookies that you are making enough icing to spread on all your cookies, as well as putting enough on your cookie to see it when you've sandwiched it. Those look delicious. I cannot wait to try. And here are our springtime filled cookies. I hope you and your family enjoy.
Hi everybody, I'm Miss Lopez. We are going to play a game. We're going to be moving our bodies. For this game, if you are watching this video with mom or your sister or dad or grandpa, can you ask them to come and join you? We are going to be holding hands with a friend, just like this. This is my friend Teddy. and we're going to jump 5 times. Can we practice, friends? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, can you nod your head? Can you shake your head? Can you touch your toes? Ah, you got it. So we are ready for this. Okay, ready? Jump, 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 Joe, jump. Nod your head, shake your head, touch your toes. And around and around and around we go. Freeze! Everybody, don't move. Find a different partner. Okay, find somebody else. Ask your brother to hold hands with you or your mom. Everybody ready? Jump, 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 Joe, jump. Nod your head, shake your head, touch your toes. And around and around and around we go. Freeze! Okay, find a different partner. Quickly, quickly, find somebody else. Okay, I'm gonna use Teddy again. Teddy, okay, ready? Jump, 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 Joe, jump. Nod your head, shake your head, touch your toes. And around and around and around we go. Freeze! Okay, everybody, find a place where you can sit. Come on, everybody sit down. And that is all.
Today we are reading Curious George Plants a Tree by Margaret and H.A. Rays. Curious George Plants a Tree. George was a good little monkey and always very curious. Today was a good day to be curious. The man with the yellow hat was taking George to the Science Museum. The museum was one of George's favorite places. There was always something new to see and interesting to learn. Often there was a special exhibit. George wanted to know what was in it today, but first he had to make his favorite museum stops: the rocket room, the mirror maze, and the butterfly space. Finally, George and his friend make it to the special exhibits room. The sign read, "How you can take care of our planet." George learned many things: how all people, animals, plants, air, and water on the planet make up the environment, how trees help keep the air clean, and how people can help protect the environment from pollution and too much trash. George had a great time and didn't get to any of his usual mischief. As he and his friend were leaving, they bumped into the museum director. Dr. Lee looked happy to see him. "How is my best monkey visitor?" Dr. Lee asked George. "I'm so glad I ran into you. I wanted to tell you that we're having a Green Day rally tomorrow at the park." George was curious. Whatever a rally was, he was sure that the park was a good place to do it. "We're going to plant a truckload of trees and collect used paper for recycling," Dr. Lee explained. "We didn't have much time to advertise, but we need lots of volunteers. How would you like to help out?" There was nothing that George liked better than to help. "What a great idea," the man agreed. "We'll be there." That night, George was ready to do his part for the recycling drive. He gathered every newspaper in the house. He stacked old mail on top of papers. He piled empty cardboard boxes and food cartons on top of that. What a heap! What more could he add? George scratched his head. Then he took several books off his bedroom shelf. Just as George was about to add them to his recycling pile, someone lifted the books out of his hands. "Not so fast, George," the man said. "These books are made of paper, all right, but you can read and enjoy them many, many times. And when you're done, you can donate them to other kids or your library. Reusing is just as important as recycling." The next morning, George and his friends set out for the park and with their wagon of neatly stacked paper. Suddenly, the man stopped and said, "I forgot my gardening gloves. Go on without me, George. I'll be there soon." As George walked down the street, he spotted several newspapers lying about his neighbor's front stops. George had an idea. He had lots of room in his wagon. He could recycle all those papers. And the newspapers were not the only things he could recycle. He noticed a stack of paper cups sitting on a table under a tree. Into the wagon they went. So did a pile of magazines and a heap of paper someone left on the sidewalk. George was very happy with his great load. At the park, he found Dr. Lee standing under a big banner. "Good morning, George," Dr. Lee said. "I'm so glad you came and brought all your friends. We need lots of help to get the job done." George turned around. He was surprised to see so many faces, but they did not look very helpful. They looked angry. The man with the yellow hat arrived just in time. He explained to their neighbors that George was gathering paper for a good cause. They were no longer mad. They even stayed to help plant some trees. "George, you saved Green Day," Dr. Lee said with gratitude. "These trees will provide fresher air, and each summer we'll have more shade, which means we can use less water to keep the grass green. Thank you." Being a monkey, George had known all along how important trees were. The end.
Oh, the goodbye train is coming, see you soon. Choo, choo. Oh, the goodbye train is coming, see you soon. Choo, choo. Oh, the goodbye train is coming. Oh, the goodbye train is coming. Oh, the goodbye train is coming, see you soon. Choo, choo.
Thanks so much for watching Watch, Learn, and Grow. Make sure to tune in Monday to Thursday at 10 a.m. for more fun and excitement. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram, as well as subscribe to our new YouTube channel. We'll see you all soon. Enjoy!